There is a poop conspiracy at 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue. And I gotta tell you, this poop holds water.
It's actually a really crappy story. What it is a lot of people believe that the presidents, U.S. presidents, right, because their health and their presentation to the world is so important that foreign adversaries might want to be interested in their health by exploring the DNA and condition of the crowd.
I buy that.
Feces actually store a lot of genetic information. They contain a microscopic amounts of blood. It contains human DNA, and it also could be an indicator for health. So if you're trying to scope out somebody's weaknesses, I think the answer is in the, the feces. To give a little bit more context surrounding this theory, on July 4th, 2006, there's a journalist and a conspiracy theorist by the name of Wayne Madsen, who took it to his blog and claimed that George Bush's feces were classified top secret. According to him, there's an entire White House division called Toil Sec, and they have flown in a special portable potty for George Bush to Vienna on a trip. And it claims that it's a special, they want to make sure that they are in sole possession of his feces because it contains some top secret stuff, some sensitive information.
If you study espionage, there are a lot of different ways that data are collected, and that is a very unobtrusive, exceptional way to get biological data that could be relevant to understanding your adversary.
Putin was in France in 2019. He was seen.
Oh, we have video of this. So this is Putin coming out of the bathroom, and look at the briefcase. Some dude's walking out of the bathroom with a briefcase, and by the way, he looks guilty. And now look, all of a sudden, Putin comes out.
You guys, this gives Vladdy Putin's name a whole new meaning. Vladdy Putin.
I honestly don't believe there's a conspiracy. I believe it. Also, if I was a president and I was giving a conference in like a really terrible area, I'd want a really nice toilet flown in for me.
I don't think this is a conspiracy either. This seems irrefutably true. My question is, how far back does this go? Because as far as I know, DNA wasn't something that you could readily collect and analyze until maybe the 90s. So is this maybe the Clinton administration, we're gonna assume? Or
Let's take a vote. How many people believe there is a toilet sec, a toilet security op?
Yeah, I think it's plausible. I think it's plausible. And by the way, just on a side note, if you think you've got a job, think again. There's somebody out there who's got a worse job than you.
Yeah.
So from the outset, this seems plausible, I'll admit, right? There's some strange cases of espionage. I mean, in fact, CIA tried to do things to Fidel Castro, like put, thallium salts in his shoes to make his beard fall out and all these things. And so they'll do weird things. But I did reach out to a friend of mine who is retired Secret Service, and I asked him specifically. So he laughed, and he said, well, of course, the president is a man like any other. His feces get flushed down the toilet drain like any human being. I assure you there's no toilet sec. However, the White House does have special piping, to protect it from introducing anything harmful into the White House. And occasionally when they are going to foreign locations, or in the case of Donald Trump, they would bring in this, porta potty to the golf course. He said that was for convenience sake because they didn't have enough for the staff and everyone, but there is no keeping and securing of the feces.
First of all, I'd love to see your Rolodex.
He knows everybody.
No, it's like I'm calling my Secret Service friend. I went to South America. I was going to work in the Antarctica. It's like unbelievable.
Yeah.
I believe this.
I believe it.
And I also believe you're right. I think DNA really wasn't perfected until the late 90s. So it probably is part of the Clinton administration.
yeah, and when you talk about presidential scrutiny, I mean, that kind of ramped up, I would say, at least in the media with Clinton. So if there's any time where people are going to be looking with a microscope, it's going to be his administration.
He did acquiesce a bit, and he said, if this did happen in the past, like in the case of Stalin, right? He said, what you would get from it would be so minimal, it's not really valuable, where they could get other things through human intelligence and espionage, would be, they'd be able to find out the medical condition much better.
There's so much indirect information that can be acquired this way, I can't see them not.
Definitely health information.
And I feel like it might be safety. Like, can you see if somebody is allergic to something based off of their feces? Like, if I'm allergic to peanuts and then a foreign power knows that I'm allergic to peanuts, that sets me up to maybe be assassinated. You have to protect the president.
That's true, but also, I mean, you can check for cancer in feces. I mean, there are things where you could know a president's medical condition.
You could damn an entire presidential campaign with one detail like that.
Right, right.